Hello, 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 and welcome everyone to what I'm going to refer to as the weekend wrap up, the Sunday night adventure. And I am with my esteemed guest, Mr. Steve Montelli.
Steamed?
Esteemed.
Maybe just steamed.
Maybe just,
Leave off the est part and just put the steamed.
it's pretty, from what I understand, it's pretty hot in the Philippines, man. So you may be steamed right now.
You know what, though? Let me say right up front that I am buffering right this minute. So if this doesn't,
Well, it just shows that I'm buffering a little bit too. So we got a few people watching. Somebody comment on something and tell us if we're coming through loud and clear. We should be. I put the stream on low latency.
5x5 on this one.
Are you seeing are you seeing comments? Because I'm not.
Well, we got to give everybody a chance to just loosen up a little. There you go. See, just baked. Baked, Mark. That could mean many things. We don't want to say the wrong thing here on the politically correct YouTube.
Awesome. Everybody can hear.
Sounds good.
Dano's in the house. Silver Warrior.
Silver Warrior, if you've been waiting for the price to go up for the last 7 years like the rest of us, I'm telling you, we got a war going here that we're losing.
Man, somebody told me that when the stock market goes up, precious metals go down, and vice versa.
Precious metals go down no matter what anymore.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
I mean, you got like war all over the world, and precious metals are going down. I mean, that's like the most counterintuitive thing that there is in the world. But what the hell?
It is what it is. Civil War says we're losing. So let me give you guys a Big Fat Betsy. Hey man, I was actually going to mention you. I got the pleasure of meeting Big Fat Betsy last night in Thailand, in Pattaya, I should say. Not obviously, I'm in Thailand. In Pattaya, it was his, I believe, last night, and he had to fly out today, or he's flying out today. And I want to thank him very much for his hospitality. Really nice guy. I was just genuinely impressed by he and his friends, and they were so welcoming. You hear all these terrible things about how bad the Thai blogging community is and all this stuff. And there's some really cool people in the Thai blogging community. I got to be honest with you. And Steve, as you know, it can't be any worse than the Philippine blogging community.
Oh, the Philippine blogging community is just like, and I've said it. This whole thing needs to implode on itself and come back in about a year.
So true. There's big. Hey, Jim. He says he's not seeing any other chat coming through. I'm not sure what that means.
Silver Warrior, time to buy more. That's what, Silver, that's what they keep saying. Always time to buy more. But you know what? Why can't round, okay? Just win one round. Have it go up. Let's have that moonshot once, at least once. I'm done.
Big C says, still following your every move. That's cool. There's Big Fat Betsy. It was a pleasure to have your company, Jeremy. Thanks so much for stopping by. You are very welcome. And I'm glad you put out the video. And, of course, our mutual friend Chris invited me. And I'm really, really glad he did that. I got to talk to him.
What did you boys do? Did you have some dinner, some beer?
Well, I was.
Tell
They had some beers and hung out for a while. I was only there for about an hour. I had plans, so I had to get the popping out of there. But I was able to see Chris, who is a subscriber of mine, and he is becoming a friend. And he's the guy that he and his wife took me out last weekend and showed me around, and got to see him again. Had a great conversation with him, and wish him all the best if he's listening. Hello, Robert. Good to see you in the chat tonight, sir. Thanks for stopping by. Much appreciated. Jim says, okay, wasn't sure if somebody, yeah, everything's working cool now.
Somebody else was typing, and I would see it too. Then okay.
Let me make a quick business announcement. I had a live stream earlier in the week in which you guys contributed to the content of this channel via super chat. I very, very much appreciate it. However, I will tell you that if you insist on contributing or sponsoring a video, I would prefer you, and you would prefer you, to do that through PayPal, because YouTube is taking 30% of whatever you send. So versus PayPal's 3. I just want to make that announcement. This is not a requisition for funds. This is just simply telling you to make sure that you understand where your money is going. Now, with that being said, let me tell you about how I got into Pattaya last night. Well, first, let me just back up all the way. Let me tell you how the weekend went. So, I get off work early. Exams are over at school, and so they're letting us leave at 4 instead of 4:30. And I'm thinking, this is great. You know, I'm going to get off early. I'm going to get to Bangkok a little bit earlier. I had to go to Bangkok because I had a doctor's appointment in Bangkok this weekend, actually on Saturday morning. And it took 4.5 freaking hours to get to Bangkok. And this only happens, guys, on Friday afternoons. I mean, if you try to go from the south of Thailand into Bangkok via minivan, pretty much any other time, it's only going to take you 2.5 hours. I'm about 2 hours from Pattaya, roughly, give or take. And it'll only take you about, 2.5, maybe 3 hours at the most to get to Bangkok. It literally took 4.5 hours. I am so tired of trying to travel from here to Bangkok. I cannot wait to get my own transportation. I will literally ride my Aerox or NMAX or PCX, whatever I wind up getting. I will ride it up Succumbent Road all the way into Bangkok and will never have to worry about being stuck on a freaking minivan in traffic again. So that's how I feel currently at the moment.
That just sounds like a usual LA commute.
Yeah. I would compare it to something like that. It was rough, man. It was rough. God, it was rough. It was so rough.
Do they stop the van so you can exfoliate the bladder area? You know what I mean?
Sometimes. Sometimes. Yes. And when I say sometimes, I literally mean sometimes.
Well, what happens when the end hits and there's no more waiting? What happens?
I've seen one guy just beat the freaking door down to make the driver stop before and get out on the side of the road and do his business. I've also seen that happen, and the driver left somebody on the side of the road.
Oh my God!
Yeah, it's pretty rough, man. It's tough. Kent says, "How long will the trip take on a bike?" Well, from where I'm at to Pattaya, probably about an hour and 15 minutes to an hour and a half, because you got to remember, on a motorbike, I've been riding motorbikes since I was in the Philippines, and I can maneuver through traffic fairly well. I'm pretty good at riding now. I'm not wrecking motorbikes anymore, by the way, Steve. But it's all I says. Evening all. What a conflict with Simon's Land of Smiles live stream. What a conflict. Land of Smiles. Oh, with Simon?
You mean there's two little conflict.
Is he having? I had no idea he was having a live stream right now. No clue, man. No clue. I was actually needing to get in touch with that gentleman because somebody last night at the event I was talking about said he could answer some questions that I had in terms of health insurance here in Thailand. I did not know he was having a live stream. I assure you, I never, ever try to stay or try to step on anybody's live stream. Ken Unger, I believe he was just in your chat, Steve. He says, "Good evening, guys." I say to you, Ken, good evening, sir.
Good evening and welcome back, Ken Unger.
Welcome back. S Matt, hi guys. SM, that would be you, Steve, has a voice of pure chocolate. You have the voice of pure chocolate. Do you know that?
I want to be the late night DJ. That was my goal, was to be the late night DJ. The kind of guy that's sitting there smoking a big joint at about 2 a.m. and you let the record play on for half an hour because you just forget it's playing. You know, you're just sitting there, and that's the guy that I wanted to be.
I just think it's hilarious that you're so old that you played records. Sorry, I just have to say it.
But Jeremy, they're coming back. They're coming back. If you
the 33 or the 45,
the 33 and a thirds are coming back. I had original stuff back from the 60s. This is like Rolling Stone stuff. All this classic stuff. The real thing. It's coming back.
I certainly hope you're right. I would love to see some of that.
Not certainly. It's coming back, but it's high end stuff now. It's high end equipment now because the old has now become new.
That history kind of has a way of coming back around like that. I agree. Jordy says, "Am I dating?" Sort of,
My dating.
kind of.
Wait, did I miss that?
Yeah, Jordy. He says dating Jeremy.
I got to
Yeah,
back up.
a little bit. Not. Nothing crazy. Tito Mejia. Tito. Hello, Jeremy. New subscriber from Charlotte, North Carolina. Like you, yes, sir. Hello, Tito.
Tito
How is
Meja.
How is my hometown doing? God, I miss Charlotte. I miss the people in Charlotte. I miss my friends in Charlotte. Man, I miss Charlotte. I was just talking last night. The owner of the guest house that I stayed at in Pattaya last night, which is called the Golf Club. I'm going to talk about it here in a little bit. He was actually visiting in Charlotte. He's half American, half English. And he has some family in Charlotte, and he was there, and we got to talk about it last night while I was eating dinner at his restaurant, which is very nice, by the way. It was awesome. I love talking about home. It's all a lie. Every Sunday at this time, got both up. Uh-oh. I didn't know he did a live stream at this time. This is really the only time, guys, on Sundays that I can do a live stream. So no disrespect to Simon in any way, form, or fashion. I've watched many, many, many of his videos. I'm a huge fan, and I certainly hope that he doesn't take it personally. Robert says, and hello to Steve Montelli.
And Robert, hello to you.
AM Nat, hit that like button. I like
AM Nat. Wait a minute now. I got to do this again, AM Nat. Tell me your name again. What was it, Dave? AM Nat and I already went through this. He told me his real name, and it's not like he's trying to hide it or anything.
Right. Well, I know he's always on your channel.
Hit that like button. Hit that like button.
We like likes. We can take the likes. Kent says, "Ha, Steve is Wolfman Jack."
No, I'm not Wolfman Jack. I want to be Jim Ladd. That's who I want to be. Jim Ladd. I want to be Jim Ladd late at night. I was Jim Ladd late at night, just not as successful as Jim Ladd late at night.
Who the fuck is Jim Ladd?
Oh, don't even. We're talking about the cool guys back from the real radio days.
Okay, I figured as much. We'll just leave that alone.
Wolfman Jack was even before my time, and my time was, a while ago.
So you're talking about a time when a traffic jam was two cars in the same city, right?
Well, the traffic jam started at 5 and then it ended at 5:30. That was rush hour. That was rush half hour.
Got you, man. Got you.
Now it's man-made. You got to be a man to take the traffic jam now.
Man, I can't talk about traffic. Bangkok makes me just want to pull my hair out. Matt says, "Are you Barry White's secret white love child, Steve?"
Shh. I keep telling people to shut up about this, and they keep bringing it up.
Green Army is in the house, and I just want to say hello to him. He is also the newest member, I believe, of our Facebook group, Steve, and great guy right there, Mr. Green Army. Were you going to
wait a minute? Robert Pippin says vinyl is not dead. Robert is right. Vinyl is coming back. Because even the kids don't want to hear the digital crap anymore. They want the real sound of the old record, spinning around slowly.
I would tell you my DJ story, but you wouldn't believe me. I'll tell you offline one day.
That bad? It's that bad? You can't tell it? That must be one hell of a story. Because I'm telling you, man, that when I opened the door to the studio, the smoke rolled out of there. I mean...
Yeah, it's I'll tell you offline. Tito says Charlotte's awesome, uptown nice, Panthers game day. Yeah, I heard the Panthers game was today. Is it a night game? Because if it's a night game, then what? I cannot do the time on it. If it's like I guess it was Thursday night football. I watched it in the morning on my laptop at work on Friday. So if the Panthers game is tonight, then that must mean, because let's see, it's 7:30 here. So that means it's 8:30 on the East Coast in America, which means if they play tonight at 8, I should be able to get the game at 9 in the morning. Woo! Oh, it's a 1 p.m. game.
Holy mother of God. If we got to start calculating time, I got to have a nap.
Yeah, sorry. Okay, I'll stop.
This calculating time is tough stuff. That's why they got the app on the phone that tells you the time everywhere in the world.
Right? Yeah, I know, man. I just no, I'm trying. I'm trying to make myself feel good. Robert says Jeremy needs a love button, not a like button. Jeremy does need a love button. Jeremy needs a love button with a girl on the other end that pushes that button.
Wait a minute. I got the love button, just like I tell the guys over on my channel. Your love button is you got ATM etched into your forehead. Okay. Now, here in the Philippines, only the Filipinos can see it. Over in Thailand, only the girls can see the ATM etched into your forehead in Thai script. Okay. You don't know it's there, but they know it's there.
I have to say I agree with you, and I also have to say, yeah, that's the love button. I have to say I'm excited for you to come over soon, Steve, and get a feel for Pattaya, because I know you only been there once and it was for a very short period of time. But we're gonna spend some time there, and we'll do some interesting things, I'm sure. Jim says Victoria has started making new record players there on Amazon, eBay, and stores. There you go, Steve. There you go.
Buy one again. I mean, I had like 133 and a third albums.
My grandma did too. She had now, mind you, I grew up in the South.
Excited me.
Oh, you're buffering, dude.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all buffering here tonight.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. You were buffering. I thought you were done talking. My bad. Tito says 1 p.m. game. Yeah, I know. I hate that. Florida Gators smoked LSU yesterday. You know, I'm kind of a Bama fan when it comes to college football. That's just me. It's all a lie. Jeremy, do you play around with nightscape photography? Hell yes, I play around with nightscape photography. Long exposure, the whole 9 yards. Been following nightscape images on YouTube and been trying to replicate his work with light painting. Oh, you mean you're following a certain person? Go to my Instagram, Jeremy.Clodfelter. My Instagram is Jeremy.Clodfelter. And you can go over there and look. You can also, my old Instagram is just underscore calls underscore photos. You can go over there and look. There are many more images on that one. That's the one I did when I was back home, but there are like as a unit of measurement, I will say shit tons of pictures between those two Instagrams, and you can see most of my work as a photographer in those areas.
So, I'm not sure that's a YouTube approved phrase.
I'm not sure it is either, but you know, you know,
it's the new world we're in now, and if you don't do everything just, then they spank it.
I know. I really don't want to be spanked either. Well, not by YouTube.
Well, I understand. Yeah, I understand. There's subtle differences in what's acceptable and what's not in the spanking area.
Yes, spanking is one. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think we've hit the end of that. Moving on. Yeah, moving on.
So I got to Pattaya.
We've hit the end of that one.
Yeah, definitely. I got to Pattaya yesterday about what time did I actually wind up getting there? Like 2:30, I think. So I checked into the hotel, went into the room. I shot a full review of the guest house and the room for you guys. That video will be out in 2 or 3 days. Tomorrow, you will be getting a video called Checklist for First-Time Travelers to Thailand. I encourage you to watch that video because it's a good reminder, even if you're traveling to the Philippines or anywhere else. It's got some really good information in there. It's only about 12 minutes long.
Well, wait, stop there. I got a question for you already.
Yeah.
If you're flying on a one-way ticket to Thailand, is it like the Philippines and you have to show I've never been asked for an onward ticket, but I don't know if that's a fluke.
I don't know. It's a fluke.
Do you answer to that?
Yeah, you have to have an onward ticket. Now, the thing about Thailand is, because I'm not sure this is 100% legal, but I will tell you it worked for me because this is what I did. I didn't have the money to purchase a throwaway ticket for a plane. So what I did was I purchased a ticket to Siem Reap via bus.
Yes, that is legal, actually. That is legal.
Okay, so that's how I got my ticket. The ticket was $18.
And I have read where that is a legal way to do it.
So there you go. That's probably a really good way to save some money, guys. If you're flying in on a, and I talk about the difference between getting a tourist visa in your home country, what a visa exemption is here, how to get a visa exemption extension here. I go into all that detail. There's my man Rashard Holiday in the house. He said overslept, just made it to the stream. Well, it's Sunday for you, man. So I don't think oversleeping is really. Do you get up at 5:30 like or do you get up at 5 a.m.? No, you're at the gym at 5 a.m. So you get up at like 4:30 every single day. This is like one of the most dedicated dudes to just like life I've ever met ever. I wish I had his what's the word I'm looking for, Steve? Help me out.
Stick-to-itiveness.
Stick-to-itiveness.
Incentive.
That's exactly what I was looking for.
Incentive, dedication. Let's see, what else can I come up with that I can currently say you don't have and you won't get up that early to do?
Exactly. Johnny Karate says, don't ever rent onward ticket, just buy it. You are absolutely correct. Steve, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't Seth do a video
Yes.
about getting burnt?
Got screwed.
Yeah, he got screwed.
And he
by
got burnt.
Yeah.
And I mean, the best way to do an onward ticket is start with Skyscanner and the month view. You know, find something within the 30. Get the cheapest middle of the night ticket to the most nowhere place in the world, as long as it gets you out of the country, and hopefully you get it for about $29.
That's exactly what I did.
You're never going to use it, and these rental tickets, you know, Seth got burned on the rental ticket. It never came through. So Johnny's right. You're right, Johnny. I mean, it's so cheap to buy it. Why would you want to take the chance?
It's definitely not worth the risk. I do not recommend to anyone to use one of these rental sites that give you like a 2 or 3 hour window to use the ticket. Just don't do it.
Nope.
It's absolutely not worth it. Robert says, Jeremy, have you ever met any of the female vloggers like Chriselle from Filipina Life? She is so hot. No, I have not met Chriselle. I've spoken to, do you guys ever watch Bruce and Yuri over on, they're from the Philippines. I think they're currently living in America right now, but she's a Filipina from Cebu, and I have chatted with them before, but I don't think I've ever met a Filipino vlogger, although I will tell you there is a girl coming into Thailand. Actually, she may be here now. I'm not sure. I cannot remember her name right off the top of my head, but she has a growing channel. I'm looking for it on my phone right now as we speak, but I'm not going to be able to find it. She has a growing channel, and she wants to meet up over here in Thailand. So hopefully I will get to meet up with her and we can talk travel and just hang out. Robert, that's what he just asked me. Okay, there's my go-to, my other go-to guy. So it is Marine Corps retired one, not Marine Corps. Okay, why have you people been allowing me and my dyslexic ass to say Marine Corps retired?
Jeremy,
it is Marine Corps.
Everybody knows you don't say Marine Corps. The S is silent. It's Marine Corps.
Well, I didn't know that until like 3 days ago, Steve. So shame on me. Okay.
Nobody says Marine Corps. That's not a good. That's not the good way to say it. Marine Corps. Even the P is silent.
My dad called me out on it. He said, "Son, you realize you're calling the guy a dead man, right?"
Yeah, I said, right. It was right, man. Slap you in the side of the head and go, "It's Marine Corps, Jeremy." Not.
Well, he knows. He's headed to the Bengals game. He's a big Bengals fan, Ohio guy, and I appreciate you dropping by. And you certainly know I meant no offense by that. He said I just thought it was your accent, but let's say it just was
your accent and leave it at that.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that. Like how you say Pattaya. Yeah, Pattaya.
Pattaya.
Pattaya. The Thais even pronounce it like 3 different ways. So people leave me these nasty, dirty comments about, will you just learn how to speak English and say Pattaya right? And they leave me all these pronunciations like that's on the Webster's dictionary, and I'm like, look, dude, I'm talking about the city in Thailand that starts with a P that is not Phuket. If you can't figure out where I'm talking about, then I hate it for you. Sorry, don't know what to tell you. Can't help it. That's how I feel.
Well, apparently we ended that part of the conversation, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
That one just ended.
Okay, Marine Corps retired says it's all good, and I knew it would be. He's a great guy. I'm so happy to have him as a subscriber. Him, Rashard, Chris, and many other guys. Robert, these guys always come out, always super supportive, always comment on videos. I'm real grateful for everybody, and the Facebook group that we got going now is just going like super duper well, and I hope it continues to grow with some really quality people. Just trying to build the community, guys. We want a community of like-minded people, and not to give away too much, but I think you guys know that Steve and I have some plans coming up, and we want to build a community for around you guys. Do you agree, Steve, or am I speaking out of turn here?
I think that Jeremy and I have different goals. My goal is not what his goal is, but our goals both involve doing this thing that we're doing right here, right now. And so, I mean, this is just an opportunity for both of us to build something here that we're not real sure what it is yet we're building, but we do have the overall goal in mind, and the singularity of the goal. There's the corporate speak word. The singularity of the goal goes one show at a time.
That's right. That's right.
That's it.
Exactly right. So you guys will be looking forward to that. We're going to do some cool stuff. That's all there is to it. Random Asia says, I am late at, wait, I'm
late to the show.
Yes, you are. Shame on you, Random Asia. Shame on you.
Yeah, but you're not that late.
Yeah, you're not that late. Richard says, okay, with Pattaya, there's no right or wrong way to pronounce it. I'm convinced of it. Like you said, even the Thais pronounce it 10 different ways. And let me tell you, Richard has spent a lot of time in Thailand, and I would take his word for it, guys. Kent has a question for you, Steve. Can you see that?
No, I am not in Angeles, actually. That was enough time in Angeles. I've spent a lot of time at Tequila Reef and downed a lot of margaritas. And like I said earlier, I am convinced they're actually made of Prestone and cheap tequila.
I almost died when you said that. I was listening to your live stream, and you said
those are some wicked margaritas. Two of those, and that's it. I'm sorry. There's just no 3. Your heart stops.
Well, see, as you know, I don't drink, so I'm gonna have to find some places for you to indulge over here.
I don't really need to drink. I mean, I only drink margaritas there. You know what? Even at home, I never buy beer. I never buy alcohol at all, ever, except at Tequila Reef.
Tequila Reef. That's in Angeles, right? Tequila Reef.
Yeah, that's in Angeles. There's one in Pattaya also. Oh my God, damn! This is really something, isn't it? This just occurred to me there, Kent. Now that you brought up Angeles, that there is one in Pattaya. I can see where Jeremy, and I will be going.
Yeah, I did not know there was a Tequila Reef there for sure. Marine Corps says he's going to be in Manila on November the 5th. Why are you going to the Philippines, Marine Corps? I thought you were coming to Thailand, man. No, I saw where I'm also a member of some of the Facebook groups you've joined over in the Philippines. I'm still a member over there, and I saw you've been doing some inquiring over there. So maybe he's just searching around for his spot. He's got several years left before he retires, and he's a real hardworking guy. Girlfriend. That's why. Okay, enough said.
There's always the girlfriend.
Always the girlfriend. Enough said. Moving on. Next.
There's never enough said, actually, but it's a road you don't necessarily want to go down unless you're forced down with a question that needs to be answered. But just saying girlfriend is generally enough.
Generally, I would agree. So let me tell you about the place I stayed at last night, guys. That's going to be coming out in this video. It's called the Golf Club, and it is in LK Metro. It is located directly across from the Boom Bar, which is a beer bar. This place is very, very small. They only have 4 rooms, but um, the rooms were super nice. I mean, like you just wouldn't expect a place this small to have this nice of a room. I was on the front side where the balcony was. That's not really good for sleeping, but he does have rooms on the back side as well. The guy's name that owns it is Steve, also, and he just absolute 100% gentleman. Came in, ordered. They have a steak and barbecue night with salad bar. They do it on, I think, here's my notes. They do it on Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday, and I believe starting Friday, November the 1st, they do an additional steak night as well. It's from 6 to 10. They do barbecue and salad bar. His name is Steve Ellison. He's an American English guy. And the room I stayed in was when you guys see the video, you'll understand how nice this room was. I got it for $17.20, including tax.
All right. So question number one would be, how do you find a room like this? And it's just not a general. This is like a boots on the ground type question. How do you find rooms like these?
Hotels.com.
Shit. Well, that was easy enough.
that's my answer.
I just took all us out of that one, baby.
So
nothing left there.
So you have the thing about it is, right? You have, and Steve, you are the reason that I started using hotels.com, because when I first started listening to your vlogs 2 years ago, you would talk about being a silver member, getting a free night after every 10 nights and all that stuff. So you were the reason but you were the reason that I started using them. And I am only 10 nights away from becoming a gold member. I'm now a silver member. And when I become a gold member, then I will have even lower prices, and I will get first dibs on the rooms, which is incredible.
I was supposed to get something out of all this. God,
Yeah,
I got like 300 nights I've booked through them. I didn't know I was supposed to get something out of the whole thing. I mean, I get this sort of like free night once in a while, and it's not really a free night. I mean, let's say you want to this hotel. Well, you're not getting that. But so I don't know what I don't know how it all occurs. But
the next what was I going to say about hotels.com? Oh, now they're doing this thing where if you complete so many surveys for them at the places that you stay, they give you another free night. Like they give you a coupon for a free night.
Oh, I see. I didn't know that. Now I'll quit deleting those emails.
Yeah, you really should, and look into it. Hotels.com is really where it's at. Their customer service is pretty darn good too, I have to mention.
Okay, Jeremy, you can continue your story right in just a minute here. Because
okay.
Silver Warrior asked, did you stop next door at the Devil's Den?
That's where I was going with this. That's exactly where I was headed.
That's
I
part
did
of the
not.
Story?
That was the next that I was headed to that comment as soon as you said that. I did not stop at the Devil's Den, although I don't know if you know this, Silver Warrior, or not. I am putting together a series. Say what? Say again?
Let's just start the last 1 minute over again, because the whole thing buffered and I didn't hear anything. I don't know if these guys heard anything or not.
Okay, so with the Devil's Den, I did not go in there last night. However, I am creating a series of private videos which will be bought and sold through PayPal, and I will deliver them to you guys as customers via either Google Drive or Dropbox. Now, I am doing research only. There's no hanky-panky in these videos. researched with full details on these clubs, bars, go-go's, etc. in the LK Metro area, Walking Street, things on Beach Road such as Soy 6. And I have been in Devil's Den before. I have spoken with the manager in there, who is an American. He is a super professional gentleman. You know, if that's your thing, I would probably tell you that it's not a bad place to stop in, for sure. But no, to answer your question, I did not go in there last night. Random Asia says, I find better deals on Agoda. That may be true, Random Asia. I'm not going to argue that point with you, but I don't think their rewards programs are as good as hotels.com.
But Random Asia is right. Sometimes there are better deals on Agoda because, I mean, I will check every deal between hotels and Agoda because you got to consider that hotels really is just Expedia.
Yeah, they are Expedia, definitely.
They are Expedia. So you know, it's just a name and everything. But I will say that Random Asia is right. Sometimes there are better deals on Agoda. So when I make reservations, I always check them both. And this thing about Travago or Travagio, however you say that, about giving you the best deals, they give me nothing but the highest prices, you know, God has ever seen, I find on Travago. So it's either hotels. I compare it between hotels and Agoda because sometimes Agoda does have better prices.
I stick with hotels just because of the rewards program. Unless the only way I would go to Agoda is if all the bookings on hotels were full and Agoda had an available booking.
And sometimes that does happen too. They are booked out on hotels, but you go somewhere else and they got rooms. It's amazing.
So I see a new person in here. It says Linda Fernandez. Hi, Jeremy. I'm a new subscriber. First of all, thank you very much, Linda, for subscribing. Before I go any further, let me just say the channel is now. You know, about a week and a half ago, I had a video that I put out thanking you guys for um, 8,000 subscribers, and I would just like to say that at this current very moment right now, as we sit here, let me hit this button on my computer just to make sure I don't lie to you guys. We now have 9,032 subscribers and 734, almost 735,000 views. So you guys freaking rock. I just want to say you guys rock. That's all. She says, I'm a new subscriber and I thank you for that. Been watching your videos, planning to visit KL anytime soon. What is KL? I don't know what KL is.
Kuala Lumpur.
Oh, have no plans anytime soon, but it is definitely on my list for sure. For sure. Okay, then we got a couple comments that said we were buffering. Hopefully, we're not buffering anymore.
We've been buffering. I haven't seen a little spinny thing, but it's been buffering.
Richard says, did you know Devil's Den has an airport? Yes, they have an airport pickup service that will take you from Bangkok to Pattaya. That's right. In their customized van, but it costs 6,000 baht. Crazy. Actually, according to the information I got, it's now 7,000 baht.
What kind of place is this that will bring you in from the airport?
So they will pick you up from the airport with two girls and your luggage and put you in a van that has blacked out windows, and they will drive you from Bangkok to Pattaya.
Well, that doesn't sound cheap.
Yep. So 7,000 baht. 7,000 baht. And that's all I'm going to say about that.
that's a lot of baht.
That's a lot of baht.
A lot of baht, babe.
The Devil's Den actually specializes in a specialized service. Unfortunately, I cannot go into what that specialized service is.
This is the new YouTube. There will be no salty talk here.
No salty talk. Robert says, Jeremy or Steve, have either of you ever been in a seriously dangerous situation while traveling? Not where my life was threatened. What about you, Steve?
No, no. You know what? As much as the bad news as you hear,
well, let me take that back. Let me take that back. My life has been threatened while I've been traveling, but not like, you know, from a bus wreck or something like that. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I think that Robert's talking about more when you're on the street.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, the biggest thing that happened to me was that last breakup when I was walking down that dark Philippine street at 4 a.m. with a ripped T-shirt and a backpack and punched in the head. That's about as dangerous as it's gotten.
That's pretty bad. Marine Corps
Yeah,
says he's got to go catch up with the rest later. Marine Corps, thank you for stopping by. Enjoy the game, my friend. Enjoy your Sunday, and look forward to hearing from you soon. Yeah, Linda said Kuala Lumpur. She was right. I will make it there eventually, Linda. There is the Swiss loon in the house. Hello, Mr. Winter. He says no buffering here. All good. Thanks for dropping in. Appreciate you stopping by. For
that's
sure.
because
I
in
believe.
Switzerland they got that real internet. The stuff that goes more than 1 megabit.
Yeah, yeah.
Like we got.
They got all kinds of stuff in Switzerland we don't have. I'm kind of jealous, to be honest with you. Just being honest. What
Allo,
else?
is that where you're at now, Switzerland? Are you finally back there?
I don't.
Allo.
I don't know if he'll answer or not. He usually just pops in and pops back out. Random Asia says hit the like button. I agree. You guys just feel free to hit that like button as much as you want to. If you want to hit the like button, hit the like button. If you don't. It doesn't matter. Um. So after I got settled in at the guest house last night, um, I got something to eat, and then I went upstairs. I did something on the computer. What did I do on the computer? I did something on the computer, and then um, I went out for a little while and met with the guys that we were talking to earlier, um, and had a great time with them. Then I met up with somebody asked me if I was dating earlier. I met up with my date for the night last night and hung out with her for a little while. Uh, and that's about it. Uh, Nothing big, nothing big and fancy, nothing big and crazy. That was just about all. That was about it. Uh, Aloe says that he is still in the Singapore, but he will be back in Swiss next week. I'm ready for him to get back to Switzerland for so many reasons.
But wait a minute, I had something to say.
Go ahead. Yeah, go. That's why I stopped. Go ahead.
I'm thinking about it though, because I gave Allo a Duterte fist,
I saw that.
and once I did that, all my mental prowess went away. I mean, it's just gone. I had something wonderful to say.
It'll come back.
Oh, I know what I was going to ask you. Did you have a quiet room in the back, or did you have the noisy room in the front?
I had the noisy room in the front, but I slept surprisingly well. But he also has rooms available in the
But
back.
if he's only got 4 rooms, there's got to be a high demand for the quiet rooms in the back.
Well, I would think so, but the thing about it is, generally, people that stay in LK Metro and Pattaya don't want to stay. I'm the old guy that wants to stay in the quiet room. Most of the people want to stay on the room with the balcony that overlooks, the LK Metro area, and so they can see all the bars and all the everything that's going on and all that stuff.
You're the old guy.
I'm the old guy.
You're the old guy.
I'm the old guy.
Okay, right.
I'm the old guy.
Okay, very good. God damn, I must be damn near dead.
Well,
I could fall off this chair at any moment. If you hear a big thump, then you come over and say he's dead.
he's dead. He's dead.
He's dead.
Lennon says, been to Thailand so many times. I love it, but Pattaya is not my scene. Understandable. Uh,
Understandable.
Kuala Lumpur is beautiful. You should visit. We'll take you around. Sounds like a plan to me.
Wait a minute. So Kuala Lumpur is in Malaysia, right? It's not in Indonesia.
I believe
I,
that's
I
Malaysia.
believe it's in Malaysia.
I believe it is too.
I mean, what I know about Kuala Lumpur is that's some of the cheapest throwaway tickets that I've ever bought.
Yes, I agree. Same as you will hear a lot next week.
I'm
Same
not
thing.
sure that's a real and ringing endorsement, but
Yeah, it's not probably not the best
it's not
endorsement
what
for
you call,
tourism, but
yeah. You get the cheapest throwaway tickets there are in Kuala Lumpur. Doesn't sound like you know uh, junior league boosterism. It's not that.
definitely not. She says yes, it is in Malaysia. For some reason, I was thinking Indonesia, which means I was thinking that's going to be a long time down the road. But Linda, I have to tell you that if it's in Malaysia, I may be there a lot sooner than I had anticipated because my goal is next year to get to Vietnam and one other place. I haven't decided where that place is yet. I haven't decided. There is my newest Facebook friend, Rebecca. Hello, Rebecca. Good day. Just thought I would say hello to you, ma'am. She is coming to Pattaya. I forgot. I saw it on her Facebook today. Something like 30 days or something like that. So we look forward to having you over in the kingdom, Rebecca, for sure. Robert says, if I was in the Philippines or Thailand, I probably wouldn't sleep for a month. Man, I'm going to tell you. Now, Steve, you give your opinion on this, but for me personally, the nightlife, it you can burn yourself out on the nightlife so freaking quick, like so quick that you can't function there. Like it's just you have to really pace yourself with the nightlife. That's just coming from me. What do you think about that?
I think the nightlife's only good for a couple of days, then it really does burn you out. It's, bring some cash and burn you out. And if you're going to do the usual stuff, which I never do, like, you're going to do things like bar fines, shall we say?
Right.
You know what? That's just gonna drain you of cash. Of course, that is what the whole scene is set up for, is to separate you from your cash.
Absolutely.
So if you gotta know going in that they do not love you. All right. They don't love you. They do love your cash, and they do love that ATM you have on your forehead. But Jeremy's right. You really got to pace yourself on this. You're gonna go crazy for about okay. And then you're going to realize that I need some sleep.
Yeah, you're gonna be like, it's time to take a day and just sleep and eat good food. And because let me tell you, the food, I always say this, the food in Pattaya is freaking awesome. Like there are so many good places to eat. Um, it's kind of amazing. Welcome home 76 says Cambodia. Definitely would like to try Cambodia at some point for sure. Vietnam is nice as well. Linda says haven't been there, but that is most likely going to be my next trip. I went to Laos for a couple, or Lao, however you pronounce it, for a couple of days, and it reminded me too much of the Philippines. And
aren't you about an hour's plane flight from Ho Chi Minh City or Saigon, whatever we're calling it now?
Yeah,
you're not far, are you?
Yeah, no, not far at all by plane. No, not far at all.
Well, maybe we'll just get a flight down there real quick one day and walk into Vietnam and turn around and walk back out. Say we've been to Vietnam.
When you get over here, we might end up in the freaking pyramids of Giza and for a week or something. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what's gonna happen. Brandon Mason says, "Good to see women in the house." I agree. I'm glad to finally got some ladies subscribing here, and very very happy to have them.
I usually advise the ladies ahead of time that there may be a requirement that they put their fingers in their ears.
Yes.
At certain points in the discussion.
At certain points during the discussion, this channel is primarily geared towards men who are either visiting Southeast Asia frequently or planning to retire in Southeast Asia. So the conversation can get kind of, a
little spicy sometimes.
A little spicy. So you might have to put your fingers in your ears, but we will.
Never going to get too spicy.
Yeah, definitely not, because YouTube is our boss.
The new YouTube.
YouTube is our boss. Linda says, it's a date then, Jeremy, when you're planning to visit. Sounds good, Linda. I will definitely keep you posted. And again, thank you for subscribing. And thank you for participating in the chat. It's always nice to see new people in the chat for sure. She even says spicy is good. Robert says, I just buy myself drinks. I already know what they want. LOL. Yeah.
Man, Robert, you got it down already.
Got it down. It's all about the mindset, guys. If you come here with the mindset that you understand Pattaya and the nightlife is just a business designed for one purpose and one purpose only, and that is to take your money. That's it. That's all. Once you understand that, and you understand that, look, if I'm going to play this game, I've got to be smart enough not to let them take all my money. It makes life so much easier. I promise.
Well, and that really is the entire thing. I mean, that's the entirety of the whole thing, to separate you from your money.
Yeah, agreed. 100% agreed. Uh, Random Asia says Kampot. He is a really unique city. Nothing else like it in Southeast Asia. Do you
Kampot,
know?
where is that? That sounds like Cambodia,
Maybe. I'm not
Random
sure.
Asia.
I don't know. That's a good
Well,
question.
wait, I'm trying to get Random Asia to tell me what that is. Well, I think Pattaya has changed a lot over the years, cleaned up a lot. The convenience and bargains that you find just can't do matched anywhere else.
He's got a point there with the bargains. They had so I'll take you on second
Let,
road, Steve, next week, and
let's
we'll go
we got
down
to
to
talk about bargain glasses. That's the bargains I want to talk about.
yeah, we'll get you some bargain glasses for sure. Because I have a dentist appointment and there's an optometry place like I think right beside it.
Oh, cool.
So
Very good.
but yeah, they have some tremendous bargains in some of these shops over here for sure. Green Army says this helps my plan to retire, and that, my friend, is why I am here. Uh, to pass along the information, and that's that. When somebody says your channel, your content is helping me to plan my retirement, or your channel and your content is motivating me to leave my country, that literally just I don't know, just for lack of I don't want to say warms my heart because it sounds too mushy, but it just makes me feel really good. Robert Pippin says, drink, go home almost sober. Hmm, that's interesting.
It's not a bad idea. You know, some nights I drink nothing but tonic water. I will drink a bunch of tonic waters before I will have a margarita.
Doesn't that
And
kind of
he's right.
dilute the
Drink, go
margarita?
home almost sober. That means you go home a little bit drunk, but you're a little bit sober.
So you're a little bit in between, right?
Well, that comment fell flat and went nowhere. We can go on with something else now. That one died right
I
there.
died on the spot. It's okay. It happens.
Died on the spot, man.
Roger, morning from Arizona. Hey, there's you. Good morning, Roger. There's you, a fellow Arizonian, Steve.
How come I'm not seeing any of this?
You're buffering a little bit.
Roger, is that there's only one Roger I know in Arizona, and what time is it time to be smoking a cigar? Hold
I
on.
don't
Hold on.
know.
I gotta find out what time it is. I gotta know where Roger is.
Okay, I'm gonna go on the random.
6:15 a.m. Roger, oh, there you are. Morning from Arizona, 6:15 a.m. Are you insane, man? What are you doing up that early? Wait, okay. Kampot is in southern Cambodia. Great stopover city going to Vietnam. Lots of chef expats with fantastic restaurants. Ooh, that does sound interesting.
That does, and the French architecture,
It
because
does sound
they
interesting.
were colonized, Cambodia and Laos both, or Laos. But the French influence when I was in Laos was amazing. Like some of the architecture was just beautiful, man. And they had really, really good. I went with Steve O'Neill, who is also a member of our Facebook group. He's the guy that did the video 6 years living in Pattaya, and he's the guy that's done other videos with me. And he took me to this French restaurant in Laos, and man, we had some of the best bread I've ever eaten in my life. And I don't even like bread, but it was French bread. It was good, so good. Linda's asking you about margaritas.
Linda, if you like. Okay, Linda, here's the deal now. Are you a margarita drinker for the flavor of the margarita, or are you a margarita drinker for the effect of the margarita? Because, like I tell you, I mean, I like margaritas, and I see that you like margaritas too. You, you may like tequila reef until you're about 3 or 4 days into it, and the caustic chemicals that they use to mix these things with start to, eat away at your esophagus. But during that, holy mother, they're pretty good margaritas, let me tell you. Blended margaritas with salt around the rim. So if you're a margarita aficionado, them.
In other words, it's all fun and games until you have a hole in your esophagus.
And I had a strawberry margarita there that was just as potent as the regular margaritas.
I tell you, even back in my heyday, alcohol was never really my thing. But the one drink I would drink, there were two drinks I would drink. One was anything with Goldschlager in it, and the other was a margarita. So,
what is that? What is a Goldschlager?
Goldschlager. It
What is
literally it's liquor, but it literally has little shavings of gold in the bottom of it, or something that looks like gold. On the bottom of it, it has a cinnamony taste to it.
So why the gold in the bottom of it? Just out of curiosity.
I would
is
assume
it just pretty or?
Well, I would assume the branding because it's called Goldschlager. So I would think that the
Rogers,
gold,
cigar time. Sorry, Jeremy. I just saw Roger said cigar time here at 6:15 a.m. You put that cigar down right now, young man. It's too damn early for a cigar. Not even coffee yet, and you're having a cigar. Roger likes.
I'm sure he's
There's
having
this cigar place. There's this cigar place where we live. Okay, chairs in there, and I tell you what, if you think you're a drug addict, all right, go and start buying expensive cigars.
Mm.
You ain't on drugs as you will on expensive cigars.
I can't do cigars anymore. I stopped smoking cigarettes years ago, about almost 7.5 years ago, and I just haven't been able to even being around cigarette smoke is like I just can't do it.
Oh, I don't buy the cigars. I'm too cheap for that. But I'm telling you, Roger tells me that you want an expensive habit, you start buying expensive cigars. That's not a habit you want.
You make a good point. Robert Pippin says if you get drunk in some places and get smashed, the next thing to get smashed might be your skull in an alley. Robert makes a very good point.
Yeah, Robert's right on with that one. You always want to maintain your level of ability to navigate your ass out of a bad situation.
Completely agree. Linda answered your question there, Steve.
Oh, both flavor and effect. This is a double header. Double header right here. Linda, you have got to try. In fact, if you're going to be around Thailand next week, you and I will share a margarita at Tequila Reef and in Pattaya. If you're going to be around, I don't know where you just throwing it out there. There is a Tequila Reef in Pattaya. I just learned that this week.
Well, we will definitely have to check that out. I'll have to let you go. Maybe we'll do a live stream from Tequila Reef after you've had 2 tequilas, and we'll do it live on video.
I did that the other night. I did a live stream from Tequila Reef.
Oh, you did? I didn't.
Yes, I did it. It was like an hour's worth of just looking out the window and commenting. Because I pointed the camera out the window, I set it on the ledge, and it's just everybody walking by for an hour. It was pretty crazy.
Sounds like a lot of fun. Robert says it's actual gold. It's a very, very thin, like gold foil. He's talking about Goldschlager, the liquor. So I guess it is actual gold. But it tastes like cinnamon. It has a cinnamon burn, kind of a burn to it or whatever. I don't know. It was just one of those things. Tequila and Goldschlager, it never made me sick. So I like them. I was okay with them. What did I've talked about my weekend, but you haven't really talked about yours, Steve. Why don't you enlighten everybody on all the wonderfully exciting times you've had?
Wait a minute. I gotta look and see what day it is. What day is
Linda says
Sunday. It's Sunday. Okay.
Yeah, but Linda says I can drive to Thailand. Let's plan something, Steve, and let's go to Hey, there you go.
Linda, I'm ready. I'll be there. I'll be there until the 23rd.
There you go.
So we'll go to Tequila Reef, and we will have some esophageal scarring at the end.
I like that.
There's nothing like some esophageal scarring at the end of your night.
He says, Silver Warrior says Tequila Reef is on Soy 7. I know where Soy 7 is, so that won't
Oh,
be a
okay.
problem.
Last time I was there, I stayed at the Red Planet, which was, I think, like on Soy 7 or
There,
close. It had to be.
there is Rain Man. He wants to know where I'm at right now. Nope, I'm at home, Rain Man. Back at home. No Bangkok for me. Fireball is also good. Fireball makes the lining of my stomach deteriorate rapidly. That's what fireballs do to me.
That the live stream I did from the bar where Seth was there and Tuk Tuk was there, and they were doing shots of Fireball, and I asked them if Fireball was like the like the local witch doctor brew or something, and they said no, it was just a whiskey, but they were doing shots of Fireball.
Oof.
I didn't
So
do a
bad.
shot of Fireball because I just didn't. But I asked them if it was the local, the local fire water, and they said no, it was an actual real whiskey.
I have to tell you my fireball story. So in 2000, my dad and I, just us, went on a cruise, and we went to Cozumel, Mexico. There's this place in Cozumel, not Cozumel. Wait, was it Cozumel? What's the place that all the spring breakers go to? That's Cancun. Yeah, Cozumel. We went to Cozumel, Mexico, and there's a famous bar there right on the beach. It's called Carlos and Charlie's. Okay, if you guys ever want to get completely hammered and have a blast, the girls work in very skimpy clothes, and what they do is they lay your head back on the bar. Okay, and they open one of them physically hold your mouth. They stick their fingers in your mouth and hold it open, and the other one pours fireballs into your mouth, and then the girl that has your mouth open will push your mouth together, and the girl that was pouring the fireball in your mouth will hold your nose to make you swallow. And they do that to you over and over, and if you do so many, then they give you the entire bar tab for free. But let me tell you, nobody ever walks out of there with a free bar tab because you just can't handle it. It's bad.
That just thoroughly unpleasant from start to finish.
Well, that's what I try to do, Steve. I try to make things as unpleasant as possible. It's kind of my goal.
And that sounds like an event that they made it as unpleasant as possible.
Yeah, it's pretty rough, but I mean, you're talking about really attractive Mexican girls that are with a lot of guys. It's kind of like it's very similar to a Pattaya-ish kind of feel, if you know what I'm getting at there. Yeah.
Perhaps they could just put your head in a vice, and start there. What about that?
Well, that's always an option for sure. Silver Warrior says Carlos and Charlie's is always a huge party. It is. And the thing about the atmosphere in that place is it is absolutely insane. Like, it is 100% party 100% of the time. Like, always party. They party and they don't stop. And they're drinking and they're dancing and they got the salsa going and they got I don't mean the food salsa, I mean the salsa music. And it's just it's nonstop. It's nonstop. I think Linda's leaving us, Steve. She said,
Linda,
okay.
if you show up, get a hold of me. I got a channel and Jeremy's got a channel. We'll hook up and we'll create some esophageal scarring.
For sure. If you have any single friends, feel free to bring her as well. Okay, guys, I need to go and jam on some drums. She must be a drummer. Looking forward to seeing you in KL. And Steve, let's catch up in Thailand. Much love.
There you go.
There you go.
Have a good night, Linda.
Enough said. Yes. Have a great night, Linda. Thanks for coming and stopping by. We appreciate it very much. So it has been an interesting night so far, and this has been I would say, a fairly interesting conversation for sure. What are you going to do the rest of the night, Steve?
Let's see. It's a big 9:27 here in the Asiana section of Manila, and I have not eaten yet, so I may go down to 7-Eleven and break it out big and see if I can get a 45 peso tuna sandwich.
Woo!
Woo!
I ate the 27 not 27 peso, the 27 baht ham and cheese sandwich last night from 7-Eleven. So
When last time I was in Bangkok, right on, I was staying. I don't know if you've seen it, Jeremy, but right near Soy 33, there's a hotel called the El Majestic. And it's about as non-majestic as you can get. Okay. There's got to be a play on words. But there was a family mart down at the end of the street, and they had these tuna sandwiches. I swear to God. And they had a Somtom lady down the street, down Soy 33, maybe, I don't know, a third of the way down to wherever it was. She's on the left with the other vendors. I'd go down there and get a nice bowl of spicy Somtom and a 40 baht tuna sandwich. God, I think I lived on those things for a week.
The spicy food would kill me. I would absolutely have to die. There's no way I could do it. Tuna, yes, I love tuna. Love tuna. But I could not do the spicy. See, here I eat at two places. There's a pizza place that I eat at that makes an incredible Caesar salad with bacon. And there's another place I eat at called Santa Fe Steak, and they have some really, really good deals on some really, really good food, whether it be pork, chicken, or fish. Um, Santa Fe Steak is a good spot to eat, and it doesn't cost an arm and a leg. Like you can get a freaking 3-course meal for around 350 baht, which is basically like 10, 11 bucks, something like that. Pretty nice.
Well, it sounds like you know your way around, obviously, much better than myself. So I shall be looking forward to your learned guidance on where the hell to go and what the hell to do.
Oh, it's gonna be fun. It's definitely gonna be. We're gonna have a blast for sure,
But
because you're gonna be here pretty much the entire time I'm gonna be in Pattaya. So
yeah, pretty much. Like I say, I got to be out on the 23rd. I got places to go and things to do. Yeah, right.
with your busy ass life, I understand.
Yes, with my busy ass life, I got a lot of things to do.
The job that you don't have,
The job
that you do have that you don't work at.
There you go. See, everybody wants my life.
That's right.
They want the job where you don't actually do any work.
Hey, if you can get away with it, you can get away with it. Robert says he loves Jagermeister, and then Random Asia says Jagermeister is a something I never have understood the reason to do shots with it. Shots.
Oh, wait. See, I got the same question. Random Asia says Jagermeister is an aperitif. Okay. Now,
what does that word mean?
An aperitif is sort of an uppity drink that you drink. It's sort of like a palate kind of drink. You drink it like either before you eat or after you eat. It sort of like cleanses the palate and this kind of thing. But that is a good question. Why do you do shots of Jagermeister?
The only thing
maybe Robert Pippin can answer that one because he loves Jagermeister.
So I hate Jagermeister.
I don't know what it is.
It's a liquor. I got doing Jager Bombs, which is Jagermeister and Red Bull. I got so sick off of Jagermeister one night. I thought I was going to die 3 times. It comes in a green bottle. It comes in this green, ugly. It just looks ugly, and the liquor itself is black, like it's black, not brown. Black.
What is it?
Ass crack. That's what it tastes like.
Very helpful. Thank you.
It's horrible. It's horrible. It tastes like licorice.
How can you drink it as an aperitif then?
You guys with the big words, you tell me. I don't know.
I don't know. I've never actually drank the stuff, but I hear that people like it a lot.
Trust me when I tell you, you have missed nothing in life.
Well, do you drink it with something? I mean, do you like chase it down with some other beer or something? I mean, is it?
The only way I've ever drank Jagermeister is the Jager Bomb, which is shots of Jager mixed with Red Bull. So you take a larger than average shot glass and pour your shot of Jaeger and then mix it with Red Bull and then poof, down it goes. And oh, so bad. Silver Warrior says the original Jagermeister from Germany was better than the U.S. version. That very well may be true, but just the word, the phrase Jägermeister, if it comes in a green bottle and I open it up and pour it out black, I want to die on the spot. I want to stop living. I can't do it.
Has anybody ever drank too much Belgian beer?
That's a good question. Do
Because
we
I'm
even have
telling you,
Belgian people in here?
I've never been as sick after I drank a bunch of Belgian beer. I spent the entire next day vomiting.
Belgian beer. What? So
There's a conversation killer right there.
that is a conversation destroyer. Belgian beer. I'm not
Belgian
sure.
beer is strong beer. And I didn't know this. There's some like Bud Ice, something like Budweiser Ice. It's
Yeah.
like 8.4% alcohol. I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
I used to
I
drink.
didn't know that. Instead of, down in Skid Row in LA now, instead of buying Thunderbird, they buy the Budweiser Ice because it's stronger than the Thunderbird. For those of you that want to, hang out down in Skid Row in LA and have a couple of drinks, just a little extra knowledge there.
Yeah, because Skid Row is definitely the place to be.
Well,
No
that's
doubt.
what we all want to be.
Robert says he drinks it with his mouth. That's that's what he said.
It's hard to fight that one. You can't. I got no snappy comeback on that one.
Me neither. I mean, unless you take it intravenously, I would think the mouth would be the way to go.
How about intrarectally?
Oh God, I see you freaking medical people. Only you medical people would come up with crap
How
like
about intrarectally Jagermeister? You wouldn't have to taste it. You wouldn't have to look at it. It would just flow in.
But
you might get a little tingle. I kind of like that.
Me no likey. Me no likey.
Me no likey the tingle of the Jager in the South 40.
Abstinent, did I say that right? Is available in Thailand. This always surprises me.
Oh, absinthe available in Thailand. I didn't know that.
What is that?
I would like to hallucinate for a while.
Oh,
is there any special place you have to go to buy that, or is it just like available?
Do not ask that on this channel.
If it's legal, I can ask it.
Oh, is it legal? I wouldn't think.
Yes, it's legal.
Oh, I thought it was.
No.
Hallucinating.
No. I'm just saying. I'm saying hallucinating as a thing that the stuff is so strong that you probably hallucinate.
Oh, okay. All right.
Because absinthe is known to be very, very strong.
Is that like, what is that stuff that okay, Robert C, man, is that like that stuff Everclear? Oh my God, how about Everclear? Ooh.
I never heard of that.
Everclear is let's see, is it 100 proof? It's 100% alcohol. Whatever proof that makes it. It's 100% alcohol. It's straight alcohol. So one shot of I saw when I was 16, right before my best friend died, about a week before we were at a party. He took one shot of Everclear and passed out. One.
Well, that sounds like a party.
Trust me, the party didn't last very long.
The party didn't last long.
That party was over probably long before it started, but it was.
Whoop! Robert's got to go after the rectal comment. That was a conversation killer right there.
that probably did it. I wonder. We got 33. Still got 33 people watching. I was expecting it to go down to about 13 after.
I could make some more foul comments if you'd like. I know the big words.
I think we're doing okay on the foul comments, to be honest with you. I think.
Okay, I can do them.
So my question is, before we wrap this thing up, do any of you guys have any travel questions? Because definitely don't want to get away from my traveling roots here. I don't really have a whole lot to add. I just wanted to tell you guys about the video that's coming up, and which is going to talk about the checklist for travelers to Thailand. Also have the review of the golf club coming up, and then this coming weekend I will be back in Pattaya to stay for a while. So we will be having live streams from Pattaya. I will be having moving live streams from Pattaya via my cell phone. We're going to do some interesting things for sure.
I think the Silver Warrior has got the Vincent Van Gogh thing down here that he was drinking absinthe when he cut off his ear.
Vincent Van cut off his ear?
Well, yeah, where you been? Did you not take art history?
Who is Vincent Van?
Who is Vincent Van Gogh?
Oh,
you and I are going to have a long conversation because you know you got a little cultural gap going on here that you know.
Well, you have to remember, Steve. I missed a decade of my life, man. I mean,
yeah, I forgot about that. But I can see where you would cut off your ear. From what I hear, after you drink this stuff, cutting off your ear would seem like good sport.
That really doesn't sound like something I would be interested in.
Old Vinny really, he took that ear and that was it.
I'm not sure how I would feel about yeah, if I was to do something that strong that would make me do something that crazy, well, I can't say that I've never taken anything that strong before. So let me just leave that comment alone.
That's it. I'm out. I got nothing.
You got nothing?
I got no backup to that of Vincent Van Gogh cutting off his ear because he drank absinthe. Now, the question would be: do I want to drink absinthe, and will I cut off my ear?
Oof, that's rough, bro.
It would be tough. It would be tough.
I'm not sure that I have enough money.
Have to do it on video, though.
Yeah, but I'm not sure that I have enough money for A, your hospital bill, and for B, to bail you out of jail for whatever you do after you cut your ear off.
Yeah, we just better forget the absinthe completely.
Yeah.
Nothing good can come of doing that.
I think the absinthe is probably
okay. I think we're done.
Not good. Yeah. All right, guys. So I'm gonna wrap it up. It's been a long I couldn't sleep this weekend for some reason. I woke up at 6:30 in Bangkok, and then I woke up at 8 o'clock this morning in freaking Pattaya after going to bed at like 2:30. So I think I'm gonna cut it and get some sleep. I got a video to upload that I finished right before this live stream started, and that's gonna be the checklist video. I think I'm gonna go ahead and upload that tonight, and instead of waiting until tomorrow, just go ahead and upload it. Why not, right?
Why not? Let the party continue.
Let the party continue. I agree. All right, fellas. Thank you all for coming out. Appreciate your support, everyone, very, very much. Again, if you are ever interested in sponsoring videos, link is below. If not, no worries. I appreciate your support anyway. Thanks for participating in the chat. Thank you very much, Mr. Montelli, for indulging me in another live stream. I greatly appreciate it.
You have a good night, get some sleep, and we'll see what kind of hijinks we can get into later in the week.
Definitely going to happen, my friend. So see you guys later. Steve, I'm out. Everybody take care.
Have a good night, everybody.